Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well and enjoying the learning process at home. In this particular module, I'll be covering the topic Impact of E-commerce on Education Sector. There are a lot of evidences that e-commerce is reshaping the entire industries. But if we see the present scenario, it has radically changed the traditional norms of education sector. Let us first discuss the terminology related to this topic. So before explaining its impact on education sector, let's discuss the meaning of e-commerce. E-commerce is buying or selling goods and services over the internet that includes a wide range of online business activities. Formally, e-commerce can be defined as the use of electronic communications in the business transactions to create, transform, and redefine relationships for value creation among organizations. Now, let's be more clear about the meaning of the term education. So, education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits. In most of the regions, education is compulsory up to a certain age. Hence, education simply means imparting knowledge. One can acquire knowledge in three ways, that is, by formal way, by informal way, and by non-formal way. If a student is taught in a particular classroom environment, then it is known as the formal way of imparting knowledge. The process of acquiring values and other social ethics from family, friends, and other social groups is generally known as the informal way of education. Whereas in non formal education, someone who is not in school can learn literacy and other basic skills. Home education, distance learning, and computer assisted instructions are other possibilities. So, here we can say that the rise of e commerce and computer assisted technologies have radically changed the traditional education system and they are making people to adopt non formal ways of education or online classes. So, it's a general saying that every coin has two sides. Similarly, e commerce has also some positive impacts and some negative impacts on the education sector. So, let's discuss the positive impact of e commerce on education sector first. Number 1, e learning. So, it is basically a blended approach of computer based and web based training which supports the quick feedback modules which ultimately help in the updation and improvement in the knowledge of students. Number 2, new learning environment. E education helps to provide customized study material to the students as per their learning styles, which saves the time of both the parties in the teaching learning process and it is also a cost effective method. Number 3, flexible. As the students can contact with their teachers anytime, anywhere, which helps the students to solve their queries quite easily. So, this particular feature of e education makes the teaching learning process more effective. Number 4, huge investment center. India's leading e-commerce companies such as Flipkart and Snapdeal have started offering online courses and coaching materials and they are even facilitating long duration certificate or business education degrees to provide a marketplace for education. So, the future in online education sector is bright in India. Number 5. Competition helps consumers. My dear students, as we all know, this present era of privatization and globalization has increased the competition in the market. But as the competition increases, each and every participant or the competitor in the market try their best to provide quality products to their stakeholders and consumers. So, if we consider the education sector, the end result of the competition will be the quality education, and the most benefited people will be the end users. Those are our students. Number 6. Ocean of information and knowledge. My dear students, we all know that we can access numerous websites and gain a lot of knowledge from there. So, e commerce and information processing technologies are helping our students by providing them with the adequate study materials. So, the last point is knowledge retention. Virtual classrooms help the students to learn more effectively than in a regular classroom. My dear students, it is a general saying that we cannot forget what we see. So, if the textual notes are combined with the audios, videos, or other multimedia content, then it will help the students to learn more quickly and they will retain their knowledge for a longer period of time, which will ultimately help them to improve their academic performance. So now we are going to start with the negative impact of e-commerce on education sector. The first point says that if we go for online teaching, then neither the students will be able to have a direct contact with the teachers, nor the teachers will be able to have a direct contact with the students, colleagues, and other management authorities. So, in this way, we neglect the core of teaching learning process, that is the humane approach. The core of education is generally the all round development of the child, which is only possible if he takes part in the extracurricular activities or the club activities of the campus. But when a child goes for online classes, then he may miss this kind of opportunities. So, how can we say that online classes will help in all round development of a child, which is why it has a negative impact on the education sector? The next 2 points tell us about the Indian scenario in which neither people have proper awareness regarding the online classes nor they have proper internet connectivity to join those classes, which is why this condition is creating a digital divide in the country. And the last point is quite realistic one, which says that attending online classes requires use of mobile phones or the computer system for the longer hours, for which the students have to keep sitting at a particular place till the class is over, which will ultimately affect their eyesight and their sitting posture, as there will be no extracurricular activity till the session is over. So, my dear students, here we come towards an end of this topic. Thank you for your consideration. Stay home, stay safe, keep learning.